A common sense recap of the day's biggest stories. It's John Catsimatidis and Rita Cosby. Katz and Cosby on 77 WABC.
It's the final countdown.
Well, what's the final countdown? 60 days for President Biden to be president.
Thank goodness. How much damage can he do?
Tomorrow is 59.
Ugh.
The day after is 58.
Painful.
I mean, all my liberal Democratic friends, and you know my friends.
Yes.
They can't figure out why did President Biden say to the Ukrainians, here's these missiles, shoot them at Russia.
Right. It's only provoking things, and he's leaving a mess for Trump.
And wait a second. So Zelensky, the way I hear it, he shot a few of them about 70 miles in or 50 miles in, which is really not shooting. And I understand, I hear from sources deemed reliable that he's selling some.
Oh, wow. U.S. made. We're spending, let me get this straight. We're spending U.S. taxpayer money. He's selling it. And what, they're driving nice cars?
My intelligence sources say he's selling some. So what is he doing with the cash?
Big question. Well, and he's also provoking possibly World War III and leaving it to Trump.
Listen, all I'm saying, I'm just repeating what I've said. I can't say it's true, not true, but it's possible.
Well, it needs to be looked into. And also, John, what about Israel?
Israel. He what did he say? He's going to forgive Hadassah.
Hezbollah.
Hadassah is a Jewish woman talking.
Yeah, that was Joe Lieberman's wife.
He's going to forgive Hezbollah and Hamas. But how about
sanction
the Houthis?
Israel?
He's going to sanction Israel, and he's trying to get the UN to gang up even more against.
And he doesn't need to give any inspiration to the UN because they're anti-Semitic and anti-Israel anyway.
It is disgusting, you guys. It is. What more damage can he do? And it doesn't make any sense, John. It doesn't matter if you're Republican, Democrat. You're going, what is this guy leaving?
Next, sanctuary cities. All of a sudden, Los Angeles City Council voted that Los Angeles is going to be a sanctuary city?
They will not deport anybody. They say they're trying to make it Trump-proof.
Do they realize what happened to their district attorney? Go woke, go broke.
Good old Gascon got the boot, thank God. Probably one of the biggest Soros-funded DAs got the boot. And, John, you're exact. And you know what also happened? The governor of Arizona just came out a little bit ago and said, no, nobody will be deported in our state, too. And we're going to talk to Congressman Andy Biggs later on in the show about that.
And what did our friend Tom Homan say about this?
Tom Homan said, guess what? I'm coming regardless. And I love this judge because he said, what is it? It's a code US 18.
Title 18, United States Code, Section 2.
Tell everybody.
Aiding and abetting.
So in other words,
they're aiding and abetting a violation of law.
If you are the immigration guy, the Homeland Security guy.
How about the mayor? How about the governor?
And you allowed people that were guilty of murderers, guilty of convicts, murders, criminals, to hurt American people, and you knowingly that you let them in, is that aiding and abetting?
Okay, I'm not quite sure about that one.
Judge Weinberg?
I'll tell you what it really is. Any mayor or any governor who doesn't cooperate with ICE is aiding and abetting under the statute, 18 U.S.C. Section 2.
And that's what Tom Homan, our friend who's been on the show many times, who's the new real border czar, has said he's going to look at this and say, if you don't surrender these people, governors, mayors, you might be aiding and abetting.
Carbonetti, you've been too quiet.
No,
I know.
That's the way to do it. Don't try to debate them in court. Don't do this philosophical crap. Okay, what you do is you put out a list of the 100 people with their photos and the crimes they committed. And you say, Mayor, these are the 100 I want to deport. Not families, not little kids. I'm not breaking these things up. This is the crime they committed. This is their photo. I want your help deporting them. You tell your constituents you don't want these people out.
Yeah, you put out their rap sheet.
Here they are.
And guess what, Tony? You know who's one of the worst of the worst?
The criminals.
I'll give you a name of one.
Give us some breaking news.
Breaking news, WABC.
There's a new police commissioner in town.
Absolutely. Jessica Tisch, who's done a great job of sanitation.
And previously, she was NYPD.
Exactly. She has experience at NYPD, and she will be now the new NYPD commissioner. I love that.
We all need to support her wonderful family. We wish her the best. Godspeed.
Congratulations, Tess.
Yeah, by the way,
Godspeed.
Before we move on to that, I just want to mention a huge case, because this is what President Trump mentioned everywhere, and Tony, you brought this up. The Lake and Riley case, John. Jose Ibarra. This guy is not the poster child for the worst of the worst. His brother was tied to the Venezuelan gang. He just got sentenced to life in prison for the murder and assault of Lake and Riley. Thank goodness.
No, John, what's the benefit to putting this guy in prison for life? For 70 years, we got to pay for it. We have to pray he doesn't hurt a correction officer. I am not a guy looking for blood. Okay, but this is the guy you put to death.
Yeah, they took the death penalty off the table. This is the guy the death
penalty's made for.
Yeah, and I don't know why they took it off the table in this case, because Georgia is eligible. Georgia,
so for 70 years, we have to hope he doesn't hurt someone else?
If a drug pusher sells product to somebody and the person dies, that should be a death penalty.
I agree. It should be a role. It should be. By the way,
did you guys miss me yesterday?
Oh, well, you were too busy acting. I said I want to be your agent.
I started shooting this movie. I got to the section where we were shooting it. I got there at 10 o'clock, 10:30 in the morning. They put on makeup. I need a lot of makeup. You know?
No, you don't. I
need a lot of makeup.
No, you don't.
Until it's about from 10:30 to about 11:30. We go to the trailer to hang out while they're getting ready for our scene. Well, 10 o'clock last night, they finally take us to the scene.
Get out of here.
Oh, my goodness.
I didn't go home till after midnight.
Oh, my goodness. And Margot was there, too. Both of you. How beautiful. That's going to... So I just want to get invited to the premiere.
This is the new movie called Marty Supreme.
Marty Supreme. And it's with some big names.
It's about Marty Reisman, the worldwide ping pong player.
And there's some big celebrities in there, including you.
And who's the star?
Timothy Chalamet, who's a big name. Yeah. He's in Dune, Dune 1, Dune 2. And now it'll be on the header. Timothy Chalamet and John Catsimatidis and Margot Catsimatidis.
Does this mean the Catsimatidis going to be in Dune 3?
They could be. They could be. By the way,
listen, worst comes to worst, I'll buy the studio.
I thought you were buying MSNBC. I was reading the paper this morning. Okay.
CNN, Common Sense News Network.
Listen, I'm reading the papers all day long. My fingers are almost broken from forwarding them to Dominic and forwarding them to Curtis Lewa on how many crimes in our city.
Oh, horrible crimes.
And with us in the studio, he just walked in, is Curtis Lewa, who is not the only knowledgeable person that knows how much crime is really going on in our city. And maybe that's the reason for the new police commissioner.